What is up, YouTube? It's Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. This video is going to be a review of Dragon Ball Super episode 49. So let's get right into it. Now, right off the bat, I have to say this was an exposition-heavy episode. Incredibly filled with scenes where we're explaining things. But this is all stuff that we've been very curious about. The show's done a really good job of leaving us hanging on some things, teasing us here and there. So this, although has been a very exposition-heavy episode, I really enjoyed it, and I think you will too. I think it gives a lot of the answers that we've been looking for when it comes to the Future Trunks arc. Now, the episode starts with, of course, carrying over from where it ended last week, and this is when Trunks wakes up and he has his PTSD moment, and he just takes a swing at Goku-san. Goku, of course, catches the fist and is like, what's going on, you know? There's a lot of confusion, and then Bulma slaps the shit out of Trunks, slaps him out of his PTSD. And then they have this really cool moment where Trunks is talking to everybody. He apologizes to Goku. He says something about how he thought Goku died during the Cell games, which is a really nice callback to that continuity that they established the last time that Trunks was around. Goku did, of course, die during the Cell games, and for a while, or seemingly chose to stay dead for a while. And they explain that in Future Trunks' timeline, he never comes back. I actually wasn't sure if they were going to keep that continuity or harken back to it. Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama in general has been kind of bad as far as learning and knowing its own continuity. I mean, for God's sake, Trunks has blue hair and he's standing right next to his younger counterpart with purple hair. Mind-blowing stuff. Really confusing. But it was at least cool that they called back to that, and that was pretty sweet. We then get this little part where Whis is talking about time travel and the butterfly effect and how time travel is not allowed and there are major consequences to doing it, and that it's a big problem, and even the gods are not allowed to really go back in time, which kind of makes me wonder, well, what about at the end of Fukkatsu no F, where you go back in time with the staff? Is that technically illegal? But at this point, Beerus then says, well, I guess I have to destroy everybody, and they bribe him with really good food, as always. And on a side note here, I had this really interesting thought when I was watching the episode. Toriyama is famous for his puns when it comes to food, and the Saiyans are all based on vegetables. I mean, Vegeta is vegetables. There's the planet Salad, which was the original planet. Kakarot is a carrot. These things, and Whis is, wine, and Beerus is beer, and all these sort of things. And I thought that it was really interesting, and maybe this really meta point, that Akira Toriyama's new favorite character, who is based upon his cat, has this love of food. But anyways, they give him like fish taco hot dog things or whatever, and he's all good, and it's fine from there. Then Bulma finds this note, starts explaining things about how the future Bulma was talking about how the time machine works, and their whole plan is to go to the future, which is really cool. And there's this little moment, I can't remember if it happens right before or after this, where Trunks is explaining that the new villain, the black villain, and why he's so bad. And by the way, he hasn't been active for very long. It's something we learned. There's a 17-year gap. This is where Trunks comes back 17 years. There's, according to what he says, Black has not been around very long. I think it was 2 years maximum. 2 years maximum that Black has been around. So, in a very short amount of time, he amasses all this damage and causes this big problem. But when Trunks is explaining about the new villain, Goku and Vegeta ask him, well, was it Majin Buu? And then we get this really awesome futuristic little montage where they show Trunks defeating Babidi and Deborah, which is really cool. A lot of people always asked, and one of the big speculation fan questions that came out of the Dragon Ball community was if Majin Buu existed in Future Trunks' timeline. So that was really cool to see them kind of pay that off. They also, during this thing, Trunks explains that he was training with Supreme Kai. So that Supreme Kai, I guess when Babidi appears, Supreme Kai appears. The only one around to stop it is Future Trunks. So they meet up, he trains him a little bit, and then he ends up defeating Deborah and Babidi, which is really cool stuff. Then they have the classic Dragon Ball fight. Goku, of course, wants to fight Future Trunks. I mean, he wants to fight everybody, especially considering that Future Trunks could be really strong. He definitely wants to fight him. So they have a sweet battle. Bulma puts this weird bubble thing around them so that all of their energy and chaos gets contained. Trunks goes Super Saiyan 2, which is really, really cool. He, of course, had the Ascended Saiyan form back when Dragon Ball Z, but he never actually got Super Saiyan 2. Goku remarks on him going Super Saiyan 2 right away, then shows him Super Saiyan 3. Then they battle it out. Trunks does this really wicked energy shot thing with his sword, which, by the way, like, what the hell is up with this sword? The thing's a boomerang. The thing can shoot beams. The thing's super cool. I need to see these moves in the video games. They gotta put them into the video games. But in either case, Trunks does this awesome downward swing blow. It bursts the bubble that Bulma put up. But then Goku, as Super Saiyan 3, just basically one-shots Trunks, pounding him into the ground. Trunks says that Black is at least as strong as Goku is now, and that he also gets stronger as a fight goes on. Very interesting there. It's, you know, this is he a Saiyan? Who's Black? Like, what is going on with Black? This is the big mystery, guys. This is something that we're going to be teased, and we're not going to find out until, I think, episode 53. Episode 53, I believe, is the episode where we will actually find out who or what Black is. So that seems pretty cool. Last thing I want to talk about is the time ring, okay? And this is how the episode ends. Somehow, Black has this ring that can go back in time, and somehow he knows exactly how and where to go back into time in order to find Trunks. So this black purplish thing cracks open in the sky, and there's all this thunder and music, and it's really intense, and then Black appears, and he says, you know, recognizes Goku, and he says, "Son Goku," and, you know, Goku says, "So you're Black," and then that's pretty much it. That's how the episode ends. They're gonna fight next week. Episode 50 should be dope. I'm really interested to see if Goku will go Super Saiyan Blue, and if he does, how is Black going to combat that? Black has to be really, really powerful for this arc to continue and for the series to have relevance. So what exactly is going on? We're going to find out a little bit more next week. So this has been my review of that. Let me know in the comment section below, what did you think of this episode, and what are your theories on Black? What are your theories about Goku Black? Who is this guy? Is he a Saiyan? Is he a Kaioshin? Is he, I don't know, is an evil version of Goku from Universe 6? There's so many theories out there. Let me know what yours is. Alright guys, time to check that nerd card. Today's question is going to be about that famous line that the power level is over 9,000. It's over 9,000, you know, from Dragon Ball. But that line was actually misinterpreted when they went to do the dub. So what was the actual number that the power level was in the Japanese version? Answer the question in the comment section below. Like the video if you thought it was awesome. Share the channel with your friends. Make sure to subscribe if you have not, because I do a bunch of contests where if you're a subscriber, you have a chance to win some cool stuff. And I hope you guys are having an awesome and nerdy day. See ya!